I lived in a very deep village. It was a very beautiful place. A happy place. We used to be free. Children very free to move around. And I remember I used to go hanging on the trees, like playing on the trees, jumping from one tree like a monkey with my friends. I enjoyed my life until the first time I saw a gun. But I thought it was a joke until it was fired. And I thought, this thing must be very dangerous. It was in October 9th. The Independence Day in Uganda. We were laughing and eating, and always holidays was a great day for us to dance and go to prayers. But there was a very different atmosphere that day. It wasn't like the same as before. There was some kind of something going on, but we didn't understand what it was. That night, I was sleeping near the window, and I had the window broken, like they smashed it and it just fell off. I just found myself rolling the blanket all over myself and falling down. Trying to enter under the bed, there were people under the bed. My friends were already under the bed shaking, and I was asking, what is going on? Nobody was answering me, but only the bodies were shaking. They started screaming from outside, saying, we're going to throw in the bomb inside and you will blow up. And that's when we knew things are not good. We are either going to die or something is going to happen. Most of the people got out of the bed and started running.
When I woke up, I tried to ask people what is happening. They told me, the rebels have come, the rebels have come. And we could hear from outside, they were speaking in Achole. Come out, open for us the door, open for us the door. We refused to open the door. The entrance also had 2 windows with glass. They removed the whole window frame, put it down, and one person jumped inside and opened the door. They came with ropes. Some people were tied from the waist. They tie you a waist from here, then they tie your friend a long line like this.
They told us that if we miss the rope, then we're not going to miss the machete. Hearing about the panga, the machete, all of us were running all over the place to be tied first. They put us in a single line, the rebels kicking us from one side to the other, and we started moving. The whole night we're just walking. No food, nothing. And crossing different places, crossing rivers, crossing in the bushes. We had no shoes or no food. We're just walking. And in the morning we saw sister coming. And for us, we're like, oh, thank God, sister's come. She's going to rescue us. We just so, it was like the time you can let tears come. From that time, sister started pleading with the rebel commander Lagira and asking him to release us or take her or kill her and let the girls go.
When sister arrived, they told us to sit down. Then he started asking us one by one, how old are you? What is your tribe? Where do you come from? Those questions.
Either they tell you to join the small group or to sit down in the bigger group. And then Lagira, the commander, pushed me to join the small group on the other side.
After selecting all those, the 30 girls they wanted, now they told us the 109 who had remained, you go there to sister. And sister told us, for us now we are going home, those 30 girls will remain.
They told us to turn away when she was leaving with 109, and so she left. And I remember thinking, I'm not going to stay here for another night. I'm not going to stay here for another day. I'm going to escape. I'm going to run away. But we were told if any one of us tries to escape, the rest of the 29 would be killed. The thought of me running away and then leaving my friends to be killed was enough to just let me stay.
We are very privileged to have with us Grace Akalo.
Thank you, Kelly, for the presentation. Northern Uganda has been in conflict for over 21 years. Northern Uganda's children for years have been abducted, tortured, and forced to come back to their own families to kill. Normally when people talk about child soldiers, girls are not included. And when they come back, they still have to suffer their fate because they come back with children, because they're forced to become child soldiers and child wives. They don't have any hope. Even the world has written them lost generation. Women, child soldiers, have to be given a solution, counseling, a future. These girls' futures have been destroyed. Women's pain has to be recognized. Thank you.
My name is Grace Akalo. I am from Uganda. I spent 7 months in captivity. I was a person who never spoke much, but I believe in my heart that if I can tell my story to the whole of these people, maybe they can rescue my friends.
Nenu con giji ma bello ma otimo nge o kanya tatia me ario ne tia an luonya na MILLY ati won kompa empare ngan man na ka ye gwa nge kenan be man na ko mo kana ngegi
Wati tija chiel kiro jo matia moro kiro jo matiu goma kiro jo pe wen tin mo wati ne tija ho tija chiel ken pien wen en lo kom kuj wo mo mero ne ene wati ka timo ne piti dog gin ma jumu kere dog timo dog ma pat gare ke gin ma gibino gitimo kanyi tikere ko ni anera tika lokidi wa lok mere wa bira gonya kita jui bere gi jumu kana gonya ni pien tij wo wenya chiel
on radio man we mag aki bona nyere empowering hands donc studio ana teki MILLY a woman teki Jennifer Chora ka teki Lucy Lanyero gite ken wakan gite teach ko be wunya dul ma megi
para ga na foilo we radio umiargo nge ngoma empowering hands temo wan ma tare empowering hands wanywa ko tam kilo teno makubede ni pega mi lwenyi eno gurkomgi kidong gitam ne jemi mabeje magrama timo ne pikwo gidong pe gitam ne kwo gido bale weng kubere wachwal bot gang bot dara magangi olo to be gen mogo ma watika timo ne anu jemi mukana mabeje ma watika timo ne bene jo mukana kudu girat mogo ma raja da dai komgi mo tie ken community ke wachine wan wo bere jo ma wi wo bale no dano bene duwa di we chamo ken wo lake
kero wa ber ka nget ke chamo kan waramu timo gen maraji kom gi chuno dano luware da
dakti matte ada ma wan wati ka timo ne ku ben chane wan lego jo mukana ma ku ben pudi pe ka timo ngama wati ka timo ne ni beri chang wan. Melo na ai cho. Adu gang. Cha tere kweng. Daram ke mon de dogola. Ira boro da penya na rea dak cha tira cha ro for tira. Char kar kun char ma ngi bana. Kero talmo tuwe bera ka eno ribe koma. Chao kelo mo chao kerne koma gwir koma kany. Kiluo nying mo ne kama flas.
When you're moving with the rebels, they give you a lot of things to carry. Cooking pans, you tie them on your back, and then you have the jerrycan, that water, you tie it like on the side. And then you're carrying all this heavy luggage that you're not allowed to touch, like food. And then another one on top of your head. And after we walked for 2 weeks, on the way to Sudan, one girl tried to escape. And the rebels told us to kill the girl. They wanted us to beat the girl to death. And I remember all of us trying to pick something small that doesn't kill and pretend that you're beating. I was beating the legs, pretending that I was really beating. The rebels hit her with an axe on the head, and she died. And I remember Lagira saying, forget about Uganda. If you ever escape, that's what's going to happen to you. And then they started training us to become a soldier. They taught us how to dismantle the gun, clean it up, and assemble it back. And they told us how to march.
No kaya yenga no kaya yeti gang watan mo na yeti ka chani ba joni ku bino ku tuchi kan ka guru mu kanya wen yo guru mu kanya je bu cha riyo da riyo do da tum kir ene tu ki ma ka nge bana ki ngot bana ki e ki cha wa cha nya ma ni ti riyo chứ nó cái dòng mặc cái nó nhau mà tì mặc nó bé không tiêu tê cái bé không vọt mà cô tiara uoi nó hoài mà qua mà ta rồi nó phải tê mà nó tê mà không ăn Malang cái training ngoan cái đỡ rồi anh mà về cái nó cái goro ở đây cái gì ấy nó kia là đỏ kia là ngàm nhà rồi anh biết cái đồ này nó cái chào quên mà cái già đồ quên cái này nó cái chào ai hoài nhà rồi quên cái nó in ngàn mồi kén in nó mồi report magater kun wa pul dan wen dong pare o bala wa chuin wa we lo ngo mi ta mo jimi ni ngoni de taw meni wo be luonyo matek wo be tor ga mende ka dong wo tor ga mende ci dong wo be bera gonya ka dong be no ito no de ito gino no wan wa tam gi kun wen.
The next morning we moved to a Ru camp. That's where the rebel commanders were. And we were not the only abductees. There were several other children along the way that were like hundreds of them were picked along the way as we were moving around in Gulu and Kitgum and then to Sudan. And so we're taken one by one. They take you to a certain commander to become wives to these people. And so I was taken to this guy, Lakati, to be his wife. And it was the worst thing ever. Even the walking, the everything was not as much as I would heal. But to become somebody's wife forcefully is like affects your spirit forever. But because you want to survive, we became their wives. Remove your clothes, he ordered. I was too scared to move. How could this man do this to me? I wanted to shout, who can help me? God help me. He seized me and forced me to bed. I felt like a thorn was in my skin as my innocence was destroyed.
Wala te tiri mo ya gidi ani achere wala cho indong machara dagana tak bel machara dagana endong gin mada no ma ler lo eno piano kare ni pun ma kana pinga ma kana be fur pi ma kana be bel kila cho wala te tiri mo ya gidi ani achere kire be tek no lu do no ma chungi lu do ka wi kire we ke kok be chili no fura nyara wote te teri ti anen ino no fura tigi ma par de kar ini beda nyala kere aya mer ting na ten kere lo kere ting na ten mi ar pe wak do
en baro kelu chan dangane ena wa beri wana lucy wa beri nye dana weng no mati wan piare wi abang wan ma beru gange chan yera da kanyari chan yera kimwa liba piar mo wan wi abang wan dua pare yo ne na piare wi bichel anywa en klecho ana
I learned how to shoot our first raid. They selected people to go fight. These 700 unknown people, we didn't even know who they were. We just enter into the ambush and raid people's food, and then we start shooting. They put us in rows, the first front that are going to fight. And then there's a second line, the third line. If there's another fourth line, they put that. But if they're all children, the commanders, they stand, far away. But the children are in front. So you fight the first group, and then you move back, pull back, and then the second group will go in and fight and pull back, and the third go in, and it's like you have to fight to defeat.
Ini dah berdak ke Sudan. Magi ruang saya dan cakap ket ku rumu Kenya wen ran. Madong gi rumu Kenya ke ko ora je wen wa at wen je wang. Pian la dir eno ni ober na komia. Wai pe mi al ne at mai ka do mo at mo nyu at ti lian wen je wang gi mo ken me no ma tingi tingo ka do ma pitini ne wen je wang. Wow, when I'm going to be wow, it is around there. See, cái quá cha nó pe yo we pe cái quay ara thì ye. Cái cha ni ra ni when you cher cái nek yo cái cha we nek mi ne ni du wi da. Ni ra me ter ge ni we. Lu jo ma mai le be ki ni ken mai ken gi mi cher yon mai ken. Du gi dar mo cái kel cái gor ge we. Ma dir ta ko man cha lo we cha o. Dar mo ram pia pe lo. Wo gi lu tem mo me tem mi ko me dat. Lu tem mo ken mo gor mo ti sa skir e. Ki dung dar mo ken no me ma dat. Ki ru gi o wen ka chiel. Wo o ka mai kam gat ka mo. Ki gol ora ni jo ni wen ni nek yo. Ki gor ko be ro ko man. Ki tu we ni ki chiel yo wen ya chiel ki chiel jo ni wen ya chiel ka chiel. Ma remo ma remo ma we remo ma cha ruata ki pi ni me no kong tan ke ka ma na. Yana ber ka ner no ter no pur ki ma no ki ter ki kon we mi ne ni lu tin ni ku charo gul wa ka yo ai ka cha mi char ka fonye ti mi ar ku chet ka fonye ka ke mi ora ni mi fonye goy dan mu pa ngai di ngi ario ma liari gido do wel wa ke ken me ngol pe do ku cha ka ba ti do pier bi Rutian ini nene ko temu jemi ni ni ai mier nen gini rutian ini pe ko lui me ke mi ki pur ta ko lui ta pier ini ri ene de ni chian ki ram guyu ma ta ko nyobe ki ram ne rie ki cha mi arom ke lan ko polo pian mon mi rom ke man wor ni tikere ene we ko no ki mi ke rom ki dong jim mo ken ma ke puni cha lo kom do ko ni ka in no ima ko be yore ke chiar ka tikere be tiu kere ma tek si ene we ko no gi mi rom no ko peti ma be lusi be no pe mer la diet en kel an vor me dana por ge doga ye ana me pe goy ngar pian la diet an ge pe chiek mo pe ye yon me goy ngar mo nyere mo me goy ne kono pian chiek be tie ma ge chomo tie yon pe ram goy ngar ana na dega mo ni me tie gwenye at ge gwenyu lok ni ene no tie Lus la hiela ba we lum dan we gloor kera anyera we anyera kera anyera pare an we kan gi penge peti ngar mo ma kera chal ker lusi Giano da gi beri ga chel gen ken mi legi ko ne gera nge kero beri ka ko ke lum lusi no beri dan mo ma kera raj ba ma pe log mo kera raj ki ko me ma
ingene gian joma ke kwa mako gi chon pian Lucy ke ma wa chon ma gian jo ke kwa mako gi chon ke wache gian original pa ela ra e si ina don ke ma ke fura ma la chane gi luene ine ko ruot o mier gi on in gi ti kwiri chalo tools gino ma ke kan ma ke wa ni tim igi o mieri tim
Lucy ma kera me obedo tekare de Lucy kera obedo right ma movement wenge beno mar da twa penga la diep la miri ni no chwa gi no mar miri da dag mi no ngar mo ko ne bere da era kan no ne obega mako ko ma Lucy bega time kuma no ko be pebe no karom Lucy wa empowering an
we po el karmani we ke goya re kwale te we po ye penga no pe kan ke jo betie kumi joko ke goya manong wa ke panga wa do kon ina be tie yan be ber ka lo ye pian yan de officer penga no yan pe gengo
ge awe eno ber monyo monti ko ma eno pino ber mira be no pe para on be joko ne kapa wa je be no be ke goya ye
we po en yan mani tuana ke dek we pa cham dek e we po taw de jim en no in be ka tem jim ma be yo
we po en no wa te ni kai tem we di goya ye cha mi
ti penga no yan pe kwal dek kera kwal ko na diet en be no pe kwal dek kera kwal mi na cham mana burke kombene nena tigila ten yan be ne tigila ten mundo yeng anda burke gena ki ja po bet no ke chwin
gena kuja de we ko don kuja pian ko we ni we ni te ko manu dar ma duwa ta ma jimni eno ber ka teme
Lucy, I know her very well. Lucy was like, and Achiro, I was like, these girls, what is wrong with them? They were I was scared of them more than the rest of the commanders. I was scared of the male commanders, but these two, I was scared of them badly. I don't know why, but they were hard people. Yeah. It is very possible to create a killing machine. Just put yourself as 7-year-old, taken away from their family. The very first time you're taken, either your parents are killed in front of you or you're forced to kill somebody. And then through all that, you're beaten. Like you're beaten until you don't know who you are. And then you're told if you ever escape, you're going to die. And then you're given a gun, and then you're told this gun is your life. And they tell you if you don't kill, then you're dead. I felt like if you kill one person once, the second time is not difficult. To these students, it becomes a game. Because they're 7-year-old and they want to learn something. They're happy to impress somebody. They want to survive. You train somebody in that way, in a hard way, and then you give them guns and tell them go and kill. And you give them a reward after they kill, then you're making them a killing machines.
Anya ki luo la nyero jener ke maka para rio ari maka bichel adugu ki la tiana chel
an ki luo nyane a uma naiti Gimaga gimaga para boro. Ari lum pi maga boro. Adu gelo tiana dek. Anya kilona kelo sande. Ari lum pi doya dek chabe ario. An kilonya ni adong jane. Gimaga para chiel. Ari lum maga bichel kinuchu.
Anya bila Jennifer, kimaga bongwen, ari lum pi maga bero. Nada bela luen pa elara ya worka maduong, luen maduong bana.
An kilonya ni la nyar Jennifer, kimaga para chiel. Aber chala luen pa elara adu kila tiana chiel. An ya kilonya kum Christian, aber la luen pa elara lum. Kimaga gitar, kimaga para yo. Aber lum maga pa adu kilo tiana dek.
Akoy cho pa dan weng be. Akoy neno dan be ki kar me laj ma ri ma pa neno dan. Neno kere pinya me obi raja neno kere twala neno dan ti ma be ke neno raja twala. Olo mere bebere mani tie. Raja ko dan weng wang go lil. Do kat ti ba. Ki cho dan do poka ki ti group. Jo pe ko gwar du tunga Amor da ko wang ngej ka ja. Ana ka beri diar kan. Wang ngej. Ko me ne be ni da ta.
Empowering one every child.
Chak goyo gi chak chwara nasman imega. Ilo nying wan to wa ka gusko ni wa bien. Ina wa bien ko en ne wa ber ka lega na mer wa ber group ka chielo. Te mo ma mero te de chache.
Waloro ucha warkin gang ka fonyu tambo ma beje dando cha nani ngo. O lu wan kar kon wati kidong jumu kene be magi agi organization mo kene.
Wano na wana ene be weng be wa kwan be wa ngai tim ga mo mati. To maginong jumu kene ge school. Juma chan no be chan gang. Wa empowering anas kumberti wa kuberi chawani. Matek. Peripe ma wati karepe. Yambe tu di mwa kamera. Ana du rira karma dama. Karma chere lum. Ari karma lach tingo gi mwa ni mwa piera bongwen wi angwen. Chi dugu na mafura dugu fura ridu abi shel ke kan. Kidong a shel bala ki kono no weng no tilo tiana ngwen. A shel karma dong wenye beru tere. Chi ri chajo mwa ki kora madatio. Kidong be lok ma chare we ngairu dugu ki la kwang ni bene pere be pia winyi manara. Eno ni ana bi winyi lepe eno ni ma la fonyi ma mege manutika fonyi ne pingoy karm ngi ber ka kwan kan. Chirong la fonyi ma mega yo wajo ko lepe eno ni ko lo tiro mo ma ki duki la kwang ni. Kwang gione wi giti chiam ti komgi ma chione eno ni kai we go la tini ene ram go la tini ene mere ba ki chiane ene wanyi ne ram. Karma la tini ti gang kwan la fonyi mo mi unifat. Or la tian mo ngwinyo lem la tian ani kanyo weng grete kan tian a deka chera me achel me ario ndak me adeka ko me a cher gang kwan ma ui gang kwan ba la fonyi ane na mer ni wa go ni wana la fonyi ki gang kwan kenyo ento en master lo gara joga kiniga na kan param lo ko mo enta te ko ko
Wajala chi anori yo meter ke no be yo mo be wo bir ki kare. Madu ramu penya wen mo be dong pe ruen gena be ta ti ngewa kirde la ka dong manin wanga gini eno be ti chi wajala jara. Chi an pa bi do ka gar lo ko mama pola ngene.
Pe yele ni bilwanyo ko ngato mo kame gilu lodge en kara in kame gilu lodge en ro ngato me re ke ter chel dira mo ti no para en bir chalo tam ma wan wa mini ni ti kumano wa be mi tam ni we ga nyim o be ma be o lo ker ma ko be ti ka be pian jo kana pol jo mo kana ka wati ye o winyo ka lo tiano ge du no ke kwa lo tiano ge in kar ma du I jola mabe ke je pe jola mabe
joli tuan jol mo ma ko nye pe picha na na bera dena tu joli jol mo mabe ma ko nye pe ana bera tama ni gine re no ana gine ma te ma pato bera pe ato dong no dong tu ya ye do ari awe gwak do pe dong be kar ma iri du kong chaka yo mer go e kong pole o wi ti ye si o ma de du ga da no dong yom twin dong ti twin ya dong ma da na ko mi dong
Dagi a
Jom.
kong ma pura pian ma bena kan ka beru ki chwe chwin ma tek da pian en mama ne pe nyek mama ne yetie se kar ma winyo gini ane ti ka lohone ne a ne pinga wore o kelo ngat mo a ki lum de mana na ka wore o ki cham ma a kere ki lum ka beru ki chwe chwin ma tek awe miar chi ato gango pian am po beri mirna pe pa cho application na chwal bor konyo mer konyo ber ma
Kenyo kamu wero ana sa mar ke en wero wai tene eni wen bena mar ge ngen kong me achiel atamu kana chanone am bene ati bene pero gen lo ke eni wen tie en lo ke eni wen a linge ma pa berata kana kono a ki lum du pajo goye la yata no ne awe ni ke mere wo bet kwir no ba bariamo no pe ki kan
ikum kar ene en nyak mama ne mar lok en wen no chal pe lok tung bara en atek le ku gam mo ken kwer ki bore weire la kwen ema ke yue eni pian kere wala tem la tema ema nyalo pis pe mar la tini en wer be pian a chere ta pis don kai da no ke go la tem pe ber ma be kal wirgin eni tie ke yue kino ber ma be en wa tin la tem te ka ber ku ya Ipuonj mogo ma wanong en pare an kere da no ngap matika yato am ko mani a gi lum pa ke jo kere walo tini ene awachi ni kere ngan mo yar ki po lak pe ko lak yar mo kan ku walo tini ku yar ki yar ene pe gaage da pe gaage timu gana ke tika timu ne
Child Christian together oh together Mananga together Mananga together oh Mananga together
Ang con vừa biết một bé buộc cái bút tía nào cha những đứa nào là tía cũng đông tiệt đó time bar jari cer gang con với nhau và cer tempe nhau á mà join cái thuốc này ninh kia đủ vui đi này
Ni gen pi wa di ndo ko kala. Jan gi to ko. Enta nen cha. Wi ma yo tam yir moya. Moya a school. Ci ubin wa ji ki ne. Ner cer cha ku ni bagang. Papura bien ngirtiane pian we hakete nongo. No la tela si ne funge come olo mo bebe. Ena ka chalo bane arjana fotire da. Funo pinge gir mo ay kan ber mata. Si be te te hay mo berti. Piano lo wori pe mar to ket to. Kano ki wach kini eno tiano into ket. Piano no de an be la ten mi an fut ki ter ja la ten. Ana ti be ke la ten. No la ten ni pa maro. Eno kar me da ber mo donga jio chunya be da sa na la ten ni ja la ten.
Amar mate arada. So an angin lu tina ini giti innocent bal gi mo be pere gino mo e ken ma gitim. Ya ka ngaran yang me be. Chino ni lu tina ini bal gi mo be pere. Ba downtown America do ailum don't we raj kun ngongi. No. It's not like that.
Betuar berdan wen jum kene me lo me raji kom do ti piano biru gang tare ma lach biru gang ma ka bit no pa mer ngar no ken no pora ti ga yenya na mi ano da pe la wara go pe fa no pe mano gwa ka ma be ya nim dak pi da ka ber ka la ka ta an wak mi ken gang ka ra duga what you want more read like more no what do good chen we will bad le da ko be gi down like a shell will be going down when never down no good can dog any one ga baba when one we will be deep gine gi dog ma do ta era baba one wa an be ga tier gun na ta we mi ano te mi do da kai mon ki ko pe ma te ma be no Kar ma ana wunya ni konyo gonya nyera madunga deda. Chirong ana tam ni. Ikin John enu ni kirni ngo le chwe jobe konya. An kar ma lishu du hilum. Atam ni kaw dugu makwa. Pa bi bole. Pa bi kwere. Enta bi lunga la tem no mega matwal. Yan wayne en pe nek dana. Nek twal en ben bela ki jada. Wajimbo kana be chari wai. Igangwa pa bia de ter. Ano ko be ter pe piat ka wa ter. Kel chwin ba ter da ke mama.
Seven months after my capture, I'm no longer myself. When death illuminates my way, there is no sign of life. I have escaped death many times. Twice I tried to shoot myself. One day, I managed to escape from there. We raided that place that day, and we were just moving all over the place because we needed water to drink. And I ran in front and I started walking away. And I slept in the bushes for 3 days with nobody, nothing, surviving. On the 4th day, I met a group of children who had run away from the same camp that I was. And they said, "Where are you going now?" I said, "I'm going to Uganda." I stayed for about 2 weeks, hiding in the bushes. And that's when we saw Ugandan soldiers. And we were driven back to Kitgum because we were still in Sudan. And that's when we were taken to War Vision. Then Sister Raquel came with our parents, and then we were taken home. When I came back, I basically thought I was the useless person ever in the world. I thought, why did I even survive? I thought negative things about myself. So when I came here to college after I was accepted, I found that this was my chance to be the voice of my friends who I could not talk. I have a family now. I have a child, 16 months, and I have my husband. And I feel like I have a chance of a future. I have something to contribute back to the society, and that keeps me going.
It sure is. Hey, Clifford,
There you go.
like to be the first one to jump in.
And when I escaped, I went back to St. Mary's College Advocacy, where I was abducted from. I was determined to go back to school. That's the most important thing was to go back to school. 6 years passed, and I went to Uganda Christian University. There were students who were going for exchange program from Gordon College. I wanted to get some different experience about schooling. And so I applied. I ended up coming here, and I finished Gordon College 2007, May, and then 2008 I started Clark. So I'm here. Good afternoon. My name is Grace Akalo, and today we are here to launch our network, which is called the Network of Young People Affected by War. We came together as people who have been affected by war from different countries, and we thought if we put our voice together and let people know what's going on in the world, that would be good. Our clear vision is to create a world without children being used in the war, a world that is just, inclusive, and supports the participation of children, young people in bringing about change.
We're going to be a knowledge-based advocacy group as well. And how we do that is, for example, I can sit here and talk to you about what's going on in Uganda, what the children of Uganda want, but I might not even know what's happening currently. So we intend on building sub-networks in these various countries where the children who are going through this, some of them who have come out of it, will be the ones we can ask, what is it that's best for them?
And what do you think it should be done to rehabilitate girls? Is the network also going to work on that aspect?
The unfortunate thing in the society we live today, they don't highlight the experiences of girls as much. They think girls are just taken for manual jobs like wives and cooking and everything, carrying things. To rehabilitate these girls, we have to recognize that they were also trained like boys and they need a special attention because most of these girls, even right now at my home, they don't talk much. That's why you don't see their stories so much, because they feel like what they experience is not important than what the boys experience.
Pelero. An kar ma chako tiyo daktar na pe ruomo e kan furi. Lupe ki tichi, ruom gi mi ma lupe ki tichi luak kata in tiyo kere ki luak. Iram tichi luak ma be, ken mo ki kan. Pe chai ngato mo, gamo dan weng ma be. Ma roma. Ene kiet ma ki mia kere ki ruom eno. Ama yang na timo gine ne ana ko berida pe ki certificate.
Kene eni mer certificate kata certificate pe mer dong pe team pe ngo jimi ma pol ngole iye cham kene latin yo ding mer ngol nyime ke wak latin o kare ke ber ka timo na ta chi be ber bal ana ti certificate ario dong la cho ayata diet ano kenyo
Yaran kong daka wapet wakwiri wanata wakwiri ka chel wake itela waka chet ka waki no ye ngej mikini ane pian chan anene gini eni ikian ganga eni uruto ti chana mago me no ye ke chulu mera mete kere an gitung bara no chala ka na mete kere be anta wai ker pega me kwano gini ane ka na kwano ma be no be ni gini eni miara mete kere pian ngi timo ne ma be Chiana beti gini anone ento chiana mi kwan ma weka chiara kwan weka nge tim jimi hone wen ma wek no ngi nge atini eni dakta gwak mi chulo gwak mi tim ngo gini aye pe mer gara ngo ma no da fonyo ti wiya enone eno kar na ye pe mi kwan
Some girls just want the skill that they can, basically something they can do to survive. Like, well, Vision actually done like more tailoring, but we need a more diverse skills because tailoring, you're going to put everybody in tailoring, and there are no jobs for that. I'm going to be sewing a clothes, she's going to be sewing a clothes, and who's going to bring that clothes to me? And more so, they are stigmatized, and so people who know that they're child soldiers, they will not bring clothes to them. So it needs to be a diverse activities that could be given to these girls.
That duk jan, duk, ngwen, ada. Mega dah ngwen. Rio, in. Ni ada. Dia, duk.
Kera tamu gera kiri lutiara macam lutiara cowok gua kita gini kau bima kau ki bi dak cian lum kera aner kiri maka pena lutiara ngi gera tek bi ka cowok ki gang kwan pian ko kwano no kuo ne piera kene mano kuo ma be ti free no ka birne nyu kwan ma tek de ma gwa no ti no ka ngome ma ber ye piere ma ener loy chira tini ni ya nyim kwan ma ber ma be ya lu tiene ka ber pene kwan ma kwan ma ti pe ki ber ka boni ki lok ange atini lu tiene ni ya nyim dak fu ku ber lu loy onyu rano ka gango mama nge pe umiara dak lu loy gine nu botime ya nyim ka pedano nge imba moy wek dia ma ya dong jim mutime nu gi ko wa po o ko nge wati yele me ke tek ano kera ner ke gere ya nyim ka tera tung bar ka jalo tiene ni ka o sinia
Ia chakene mere luar mano berutie kitung bat an wera ket kete ane ma peke ma chere lum si anena we no gen ki kom gi beono luar gi berutie ma chalo gen na nyera mi empowering ans luar gu berutie ia chakene ento ikar madong kiribo waka chel ki gen nwako tamdo chake chi ka kenyo wan we chako neno neni ada dane ni bal an kitung bara a chako neno neni joni eni bal gi uno be pe pian chamo kene ki mago ki dio gi adia ni go cheri lumegina dong waka ket kete awoni ki ne mo mat gang ti kama ati ye ne polo beru jama gu ber kong lo lwen ba pa la kwena ni pa ela chi tiga wani yen tamiti ni nyo I tamani ning pian chamo kene joni one
wanu bereni wa ber marai ma jono beno uyak wan tiana ngwan
mere ma duang wa bang kwa yo ra wa jira
ba ka roman ke tio bang wen ko ke ba mai ko ma
Chi chung no ka pere dong chi dong tam dong peti ka kama anda lego ni la chi miero ko na dong kon wan dong ki beta bedo
Cuido du
luen do bet pere dong da wa bir ke ta chwane do man ko beru na ti di kal kite eni raje anda lego la lego be la kire na we dong mier ki ripe do pingo bali en ke we ki chule ko dana ke neko
Ano ji muka yana matika jiro ko ana tian gene ni ko bienu uma beli fo ko marera no be pange wa ko mayunge no ena pange ko mali wanga ko chwe ko matek ko chwe ko matek ji wa rang cha ye pina na pe ngwen chora la si angene ni loke ke jimana wo ye mami argini no getim eno gubuna peramo pian jimi charo dieli wele tek aya jua kama ko ni miano tim jimi charo tibu eni no ke chole wel matek no
Bumbiri wa mchang ni la kuni tia ko kong le.
ya ke tim kere ba ke riem en gina chole tia ta ba lu tin ma be ki yor ko
What they went through was not something of their choice. They were forced out of their school. Their dreams were taken away from them. The childhood, the joy of being a child and dreaming about the future, what you want to do, was taken away from them. Some of them even think that it was even better to be in the bush than come back. Not because they loved to be in the bush, but because of what they're going through right now. The suffering they're going through, not knowing what lays ahead of them, the future, what it is like. To the whole world, this is my cry. There is no future without healthy children who grow up in a peaceful environment. Do not turn your hatred on the children. Madam Chairperson, Mr. Secretary General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for inviting me to give a small voice to the many voiceless children in war. I am thankful that you are here at the highest level. And to me, it means that you care, that you are decision makers who want to show their commitment to stop the suffering of the children in war. There are dozens of armies and rebel groups who continue to recruit the children in the same way around the world. And the perpetrators must be punished. It must stop. There is hope. There is hope because I too believe that this council will act, and I hope that everyone here will be committed to bring
people like my friends back home. Thank you.
Grace told her story, recounting how she was forced to kill and was repeatedly raped. She was followed into the forest by the headmistress, Sister Rachel, who confronted the rebels. Ladies and gentlemen, if this seemingly powerless educator from Uganda could face down armed rebels, surely we in this room can stand up to this threat with a bold and decisive action.
Nhiều akibot race akala Chunya biberi yomer wata kedwa min wako kedwa kimin yang bidime poli kumwan ngo gima watima ma en biberi tuan yom chuin ma dir beda bot wan machale tuan ngas potime
I believe that what I do maybe would change something. I would love to go back there to do something, not just to go back and be helpless.
Lueny ene dot lo udonyo kumba bana maloyo. Mano liap mapelare. Mera chero ta kono. Atema la mera mano nong babana itiga guane. Wanyo ta ke lueny ene. Tek matung bot gamete. Matung bot LRA wanya nero. Rache gi kana no ne kan gi lueny lutena yo budano chan maloyo ki lu dir mu kene ayo budano chan maloyo lueny ene ka gi loga mutum la bo lueny be.
And if we allow them to be a lost generation, it's not just this generation that's going to be lost. It's going to be several generations that are going to be lost, because these very people who are going to produce the second generation, and it's always the women who take care of the children. But if these women are affected, these women have been rejected, these women have no way of educating their children, what is the next generation going to be? I don't know whether I'm able to cry sometimes. Sometimes I do when it's not me. When I look at my friends still in captivity, and those who have come back, and those who have come back with children, those who have come back with no family at all, those who have come back wounded, those who have come back sick, I feel lucky, but I feel guilty. I feel they have suffered enough. I used to dream the way to rescue my friends. Why don't God give me wings? Let me just fly and pick my friends one by one and bring them home. Please, Jesus, hold my hand.